So I define bullshit jobs as jobs that you have to pretend it has a purpose, but the person doing the job secretly believes that it doesn't. That they believe that if this job were to vanish, either it would make no difference at all, or maybe the world would be a slightly better place. All those corporations that have twice as many managers as workers, at least half those managers aren't doing anything. That would be a classic example. Supervisor to people who don't need supervision. Automation has largely made old-fashioned jobs unnecessary. Even back in the 30s, they were talking about technological unemployment. Machines are replacing people. We don't really need the same number of people working. What are you going to do? Well, you could do the rational thing and have everybody work less. But this morality and this political pressure to create jobs has instead created a situation where we'd rather have people pretending to work doing nothing all day than actually enjoying themselves. Well, one of the interesting things is just how unhappy it makes people. Most people, they became sick, they became depressed, they had panic and anxiety attacks, their sense of imposter. A lot of people have a sense of imposter, but these people actually are imposters, right? But they're imposters against their will. They like to be doing something real. So they're forced to pretend to be working when they actually would rather just be working. And it's a terrible dilemma. It creates, in a way, it mimics objectively what depression does inside your head. Because when you're depressed, it's not like you're sad, it's like you feel life is pointless. You can't find any meaning, any purpose. Any action, any work you do, it just seems like it doesn't matter, it makes no difference in the world. Well, here you have a job where that's actually true. Nothing you do does make any difference. So, of course people become depressed. You feel terrible, but you don't feel justified in feeling terrible. If you explain to someone and said, oh, this is, I'm so miserable, I come into work every day, I don't have anything to do, they give me okay money, but I feel I should be doing something useful in my life. People say, and you're complaining? You're getting something for nothing, So it shows, I think, something interesting about human nature, that we imagine people should be happy in this situation. But in fact, people want to feel they're doing something positive to benefit others. Or else, in a way, their life seems pointless. We come from this, it goes back to Christianity, but it has very deep roots in Western culture, the idea that work is a punishment. It's both sacred and painful. On top of that, there is a political drive to always create more jobs. Because the one thing that any politician of left or right can say, which is always considered legitimate, is we need to create jobs. No one ever says we need more jobs and they should be jobs that actually do something. They assume that a job is always good. As a general rule, it does seem that the more your work obviously benefits other people, the less they'll pay you, and the worse they'll treat you as well. And people will say that. They'll say, well, we shouldn't pay teachers too much because we don't want greedy people to be teaching our children. There was a 2008 banking crisis, and it seemed people accepted the idea that the bankers who had created the problem shouldn't be expected to sacrifice. They still got their bonuses, even though they'd almost destroy the world economy. Meanwhile, ambulance drivers got hit, nurses got hit. Even the guy who gives you the information at the train station, that's a useful job, right? Otherwise you'd be lost. That guy had to take a hit. That doesn't make any sense morally, but people seem to accept it.